Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monty Puck from Puckin' Around, and today we are talking about the Maple Leafs firing of general manager Brad Treliving. So next season, the 2026-27 season, was set to be the final year of Treliving's contract. And according to multiple sources, there were conversations about extending Brad Treliving that at the latest came over the Olympic break. Now, of course, prior to the Olympics, the Leafs had won 3 straight, and a lot of people believed that they were potentially going to be a playoff team, probably a wild card situation. But after coming back from the Olympics, they ended up only managing 2 wins in 14 games. Obviously nowhere near good enough, and even though as of today, when I'm recording this, they are still not technically mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, everybody and their mothers knew after the way they started playing post-Olympic break that it just wasn't going to happen, and even now, it's still not going to happen. I think this firing was long overdue, but I also kind of understand why management was hesitant to do it, and I'm also just kind of surprised that they did it right at the end of the season while there were still games remaining, rather than waiting till the actual end of the season. I also wonder why Craig Berube is still the head coach, but I don't think that's going to necessarily change. It's not impossible that he comes back next year. I think it's very unlikely, but it's not impossible, and I think he's going to finish the season, but at that point, I understand that. It is odd to me why Treliving kept his job for as long as he did, but then to fire him now is just rather interesting timing. So apparently, Keith Pelly took several internal and external meetings over the last couple of months to try to get opinions and ideas from other people, but this did bother the hockey operations staff of the Maple Leafs, who felt that outsiders were undermining them. About a week ago, due to the intensifying rumors that Treliving's job was in jeopardy, the general manager asked for clarity, and he made it clear that he believed it was just a one-year blip this season, that the Leafs missed the playoffs and kind of turned into a disaster. He told the organization that if they wish to fire him, to just do it and not let things drag, and there is organizational precedence for this, as in 2004, the Raptors GM at the time, Glenn Grunwald, in the final year of his contract, asked about his future, and the team had mentioned they would not be keeping him. He then said, well, there's no point in delaying, just let me go, and they let him go with 8 games remaining. Apparently, this is similar to the situation with Brad Treliving, and Keith Pelly had to just ask ownership permission to fire him, which was granted, and it allows them to start early on the process, according to Pelly, on finding a new general manager. He, of course, said that he wants to find a data-centric replacement, and somebody that fits this market. I think it was clear to a lot of hockey fans that Brad Treliving was never the right fit for the job, because he kind of just leaves a trail of disaster everywhere he goes, whether it's Arizona, RIP, whether it's the Calgary Flames, who are actually kind of winning recently up until last night when they got destroyed 9-2 by the Colorado Avalanche, who are heavy cup favorites, so that's not as embarrassing as Brad Treliving's resume, in my opinion. Because at least the Flames aren't expected to do anything right now. Brad Treliving has consistently been tasked with high expectations and never lived up to them. And this isn't meant to be a drag or an insult to Brad. He seems like a wonderful guy, and I'm sure he's an amazing person. I just don't think he was the right fit for the team. I think, especially with the pressure, the media, and everything, it takes a special kind of person to run a team like the Leafs. It maybe takes a guy a little bit more proven than Brad Treliving in terms of someone with history with championships, history with good trades, good drafting, good contracts, good signings, which are a lot of things that it seems Brad does not necessarily have the greatest track record on. With that being said, tomorrow I'm going to review the 1-hour Keith Pelly interview, I guess, where he goes over specifically what happened and what is going to happen now as the Leafs start the search, the long overdue search for a new general manager. So with that being said, thank you guys for listening. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.